Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyle Corvus Kovacs Crow, and today I'm going to be shoutcasting some League of Legends for you. Going to be just choosing from the selected streams, the highlighted ones, to spectate. I'm going to be choosing the one with the least amount of in-game time. That looks like it's going to be right here at about 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So we're going to load back in after the 3-minute gap. That should put us right around 5:30. Hopefully we haven't missed too much action. Now we will be loading onto that blue side. We have Epps, Ragu, Moro, Ride of the Wall, Viking Carrots, and on the red side we have Esquire, Sexy Cam, Demonic Kong, Razfitz, and Hani. So we will be loading into that game. A kill already gone down for that red side. That is, of course, going to be on to the Rengar, the jungler. Very important champion to get a kill on too early, so going to see if he can't make anything out of that. Cho'Gath mid, coming out from Sexy Cam, versus a Morgana. This isn't a lane that you see often or like all day, but with the recent increase of popularity of Cho'Gath in the LCS, he is a rising solo queue pick. Morgana, great utility pick to have in that mid. Makes sense for Ragu to be on that. Gragas top, Esquire. Not necessarily with the Gragas Esquire skin though. Looks like he's doing pretty well against his lane partner, bullying out that Scion a little bit. Having forced a back from Scion and hitting level 6 beforehand is going to give him a big advantage, even though he's currently out of mana. Skarner maybe looking to make some waves on the bottom side of this map. You see he's coming in for the gank. Caitlyn getting a lot of good poke down on the Janna Kalista combo. The back's coming out, but here comes Skarner in. Only level 4. Let's see if he can pull anything off. He's going to be getting some good damage down. Blitzcrank's going to be going low. He's going to have to be forced to flash out of that one. Still does have hook under the tower. It will hit and connect on to Skarner. He's going to get the pop-up. There goes the Ignite as well. This may be bad for Blitzcrank, though. The Summoner Heal has to come out from Caitlyn to help him stay alive. And Epps is going to have to back off now on that Kalista. Good hold from the red side. However, they did lose a flash in all of this, so not the most even of trades, just for decent damage onto that. And the Ignite. They lost the Blitzcrank Ignite. What is he doing? He's looking for maybe a little bit more than he should. Taking that tower shot. Could have been lethal if he overstayed any longer. Now some drama in the top lane. Gragas is bullying up onto Scion while Rengar is waiting in the wings. He's going to be able to creep into that closest bush. Esquire may be pushing down the Scion too hard now. Viking Carrots may smell this rat. Gragas is being very aggressive. Ooh, good dash out, but he's going to take 2, maybe 3 tower shots. And that's going to bring him pretty low. Rengar, a lot of patience. Got to be careful he doesn't waste too much time here. This could be the opportunity that they're looking for. Looks like he will check the bush. There goes the bullet. It's going to hit. Viking Carrots is going to be in trouble. He does have ultimate to get away from this one, and he will trigger. That's going to be him canceling it because Skarner's coming right in. He's going to get the flash off. He's going to go for Gragas. I don't know if he's going to be able to pick that one up. Rengar goes back in. He's going to get the jump. I don't think he's going to be able to pull any kills off of this. Both are low. That's a very ambitious back coming out from Rengar. But I suppose he's ready and prepared to stay if a fight does break out. So that must be the logic behind that. Gold is pretty even across this board. About a 300 gold lead for that red side. So that's going to be something they're going to be able to have in their back pocket and help pressure out. But nothing too big. And I believe that all comes from the one kill because they're not exceptionally advantaged in their farm. Kalista is about 10 down on the Caitlyn, which is notable as an AD carry, especially when your whole experience leveled down as well. Caitlyn does have ultimate and Kalista does not. And the BF sword as well is going to be a huge factor because it is going to be able to bully out the damage from that Bilgewater Cutlass early. The lifesteal's nice, but Caitlyn's going to be able to deal so much more damage that it should be irrelevant, especially with all the CC coming from Blitzcrank. Here comes Rengar to come in with the gank, but it's not going to be as potent. No, yes it is. He's going to get on. Knocked up by Janna, but Blitzcrank does not have hook to pull anybody back into this fight, so this should be the blue team ready to walk right away from this one. Looks like they're going to get out just fine. Back to the top lane. Still wet noodle fight between these two champions. Gragas taking the worst of the trades by far, but he's going to be able to sustain right through that. Cho'Gath and Morgana. Relatively quiet lane as well. Zeros across the board for both of them. Just a farm fest that it looks like Morgana's definitely getting the better of. And that's not surprising at all. Morgana has a good bit more wave clear and last hitting potential through her Tormented Soil. And Cho'Gath is not going to be wanting to throw out his knock-up every single time there's a group of minions. Sion looking to dive up onto Gragas. He's going to get him pretty low, but I don't think he's going to be able to pick this one off. There goes the ultimate, but Sion's not taking any tower damage. This is definitely Gragas going to die here. He's going down. Sion will walk out of this just fine. And I believe Gragas flashed as well. Yes, his flash has gone on cooldown. Did not see where or how he flashed, but it definitely wasn't as effective as he wanted it to be. Blitzcrank is looking to get some more aggression down onto this enemy side, but the hook will come up short, and he will not be able to pull that off. And that Relic Shield is doing wonders for this bot lane in terms of sustain. Caitlyn has been full health almost all the times we've looked down here. You have to really call into the question, the Janna pick for right off the wall. It's not been the most potent of supports. Blitzcrank has been a bully in this lane very effectively, and while Janna may transition a little bit better into the late game if she's able to stall off a lot of those picks that Blitzcrank will be looking for, it's not been effective in lane, and the advantage has been easily going over to Caitlyn, who is well over 10 CS up on her lane opponent, coming in on the 15 to 20 range. Back to that mid lane. Cho'Gath's been taking some damage from the Morgana. Silence, though. She's just going to be doing a lot of harass, trying to shove this wave in. They know Rengar's not been around this area very much. Jungle's been an ineffective, or at least unseen presence this game. Both junglers just content to farm up. Ooh, Morgana picking up a solo kill on the Cho'Gath. Let's rewind to watch that happen live. So it looks like he gets hit up by the Tormented Soil. Morgana's going to push this wave right back in, and she just gets that right binding with the Tormented Soil. There goes the Ignite as well, the ultimate, and Cho'Gath burns Flash to get out. So that is going to be a huge collection of pickups for that Morgana, getting some good damage out of that. 2 kills now, 2-1 in favor of that blue side, although we may see another kill return from the red side if Gragas can pick this one up onto Sion. He's going to have to be careful with that Sion passive to worry about. Sion does flash out very nicely. Now Gragas is taken low by minions. Rengar is stalking in this area. He's going to flash in and get the bully. He's not going to hit the bully. He's going to miss both of them. Going to jump in, and it's not going to quite be enough. Yes, it is. And the kill will go over to Gragas. I believe secured that with Barrel. He's got to be careful here. He cannot stick around with the Sion too long. Okay, he's going to take out the resurrected Sion, but meanwhile, the dragon is going down in favor of that blue side, and red team does not look aware at all of this. So this will be pickup for the blue team. Dragon goes down. I don't even believe Skarner needed the smite. It's actually on cooldown. He did that knowing Rengar was top, knowing there was no real threat of that, and they had the Callista burst for secure. So that was a very good call to pick up an objective in that downtime from the blue side, especially with no tower pressure being returned. It was just a kill for the dragon, which is almost always worth it unless death timers are just through the roof. And this game is dead even in kills and gold. Only advantage is that 6% damage that the blue team will now have in their back pocket from that first dragon. Blitzcrank's going to have spotted the sun out. They know that the dragon's gone down, so red team should have a decent idea of that timer when it comes up around 19 minutes. But there's not much they're going to be able to do about it. Their vision control has not been very good compared to the blue team, I want to say. You can't even really call it vision control. They've been putting out their free wards, but that's about it. Blitzcrank does have a sight stone, but it doesn't look like he's been using it too much. He's going to get a good pull onto Janna. That's going to be a missed Q from Caitlyn. Not a lot of follow-up from that one. I don't know that they can get this straight. The exhaust does come down. Callista's coming in as well as a Skarner in this area. It looks like Caitlyn may be in trouble here. She does burn the summoner heal, and they're going to be backing off. Blitzcrank maybe. Oh, wow. That damage coming out from Callista. All that spear buildup to just take Caitlyn out instantaneously. That's going to be a huge pickup for Callista. She's going to get her first kill on the board. Still down in farm, but that kill is going to make up for any difference or lack in lane that she was having. And an assist onto Janna is definitely going to be something that this blue team can use to snowball their advantage. They're getting a bit better of the trades, although this camp may be bad for the Sion. He's just going to ult right out of this one. I don't know that he can get anywhere he needs to. This could be bad for Cho'Gath, actually, if Sion comes back around. No, he's still just going to be ulting, stopping in the mid area. So, an unsuccessful gank coming out from Cho'Gath, who is now bound up, actually. I don't think Morgana can pull off a second solo kill on him. And that's going to be a lot of tower pressure actually given up. No, Scion will be teleporting back in, and Skarner is present too. They may try to engage onto Gragas here if he cannot get away. His flash is up from that last engagement under tower, and he may have to burn it. Oh, the Skarner ult's going to catch him up. He's going to be knocked up by the Scion as well. I don't know that he can get out of this one alive. The Smite does come down. He does flash and dash right out. Meanwhile, Morgana does die in the mid lane, but we're going to keep an eye on this Gragas, see if he gets out alive. No, he will go down. Viking Carrots is going to pick that one up, so they're going to trade off 1 for 1. But advantage should go over to this blue side just because they're getting so much tower pressure. Oh, speaking of tower pressure, Kalista has just taken the tower in the bot side, but it's going to cost the life of Janna. Maybe a double kill for this Caitlyn. No, she does get the kill off. Kalista kills Caitlyn. Double kill for Blitzcrank. Caitlyn not seeing any of that except for assists. That's a misplay from that red side. They lose tower and give up the life of their AD carry. And Blitzcrank does get a double kill, but that's not the champion that you wanted those kills on. Ooh, Scion taking the tower in the top 2. So, kills onto Blitzcrank aren't necessarily bad. I mean, he's going to be able to put that gold to effective use. It looks like he's going to get a Ruby Crystal and a couple pink wards, which will be instrumental in this next dragon coming up in about 3 minutes here, just about over half of its life. But it's not like the same amount of gold going on to that Kalista or that Caitlyn, where they could make a huge notable difference. Now, he is doing the right thing with this new vision, and he's roaming. He's looking to get a chance to make plays, and maybe it'll work out for him. I don't know. There is a collection of champions on that top side with no tower for Gragas to fall back on. The binding does miss, but it doesn't look like he's getting out of this one alive. There will be the spell shield, the knockup. That's going right down. Morgana, Ralgu picking that one up onto Esquire. Easy kill. Now Cho'Gath may be in trouble if he can't dance around this Kalista. She's going to get another kill. She is really starting to snowball, but she's going to go down to the Blitzcrank, who is now on a killing spree. Good flash out from the Skarner, but Skarner's going to flash right back in and pop the ultimate. Now he's got to run from Janna and Morgana. Not quite going to get bound up, but I don't think he can walk out of this one. His mana barrier is not going to do anything. That's going to be the shutdown coming out from Skarner, picking up the kill. And tower pressure onto this mid tower. Very, very good job. Bot side does manage to answer with a tower of their own for that red team, but this could be almost 2 towers. It doesn't look like anyone's responding for that red side. The wave is about to push back in, and this could be just 2 towers given up for almost nothing, for a tower bottom. Now that's never worth it. And Rengar disconnects. I'm hoping that's just a connection issue because, yeah, he's just reconnected. Okay. So some technical difficulties on the side of that Rengar. You could see Caitlyn was absolutely frozen, maybe pausing to type something out to the team. Dragon up in about 45 seconds. Blue side has, we'll call it minimal control with their 2 wards, but that's not going to be really anything of note. Neither team looks to be prioritizing this at the moment. Red side wants to answer with a tower, get back some of what they lost mid. Of course, they are 4-1 in towers, so a significant disparity. Scion coming in on the backside may be able to do some damage here. Cho'Gath is in trouble. He's running away from his team. That's not necessarily something you want to do, and it's going to cost him his flash. He's going to get knocked up by the Scion. No, not quite. There will be the spell shield on him, so he will not get knocked up by the Cho'Gath spikes. Morgana's going to flash in for the ultimate. Caitlyn's going to be in trouble now. She gets hit by the binding. This is almost certainly her death as the Ignite does come down. Blitzcrank getting a good pull, and oh my goodness, if Caitlyn can walk out of this one. Oh, but one auto attack from Janna will cost her life. That will be the death onto Caitlyn. Meanwhile, Scion has picked up a kill onto Cho'Gath, which will be returned instantaneously by Rengar, but it looks like he may have bitten off way more than he can chew, and that will be the double kill coming out for the Scion Resurrection. So definitely advantage going over to the blue side in that engagement. They now have a 5k gold lead on their opponents. 3 up in towers. Ooh, good pull on Morgana. So it seems like both teams are picking up these huge skirmishes on one another like this, but just as we just saw, blue team is making so much more out of these engagements, and in that they're winning them. They are taking these engagements and turning them to their favor, turning them into objectives like towers, and in this instance, possibly the dragon, which has just come up about 30 seconds ago. And red side, whenever they do win these fights, which has been fewer and far between since the snowballing of that red side, especially with Kalista getting as big as she is now, 5-2-2 with 141 CS, actually ahead of Caitlyn, who was about 20 up. Red side's just having a hard time holding it in. It's about 20 minutes. We'll see if they're going to try to surrender this one or not. I wouldn't be surprised in a solo queue game if they felt like they might be in trouble. Of course, the kills are only about 6 apart, but they're not doing very well at all in this objective game, giving up 2 dragons now, 3 towers, and it feels like red side's going to need either a very well-coordinated team fight in which they can just catch the Callista and blow her up instantaneously, which is going to be hard with that Morgana, the Black Shield, and all the disengage from Janna in order to pull off any sort of fight or comeback, or they're going to need to sort of have a roving pick squad of just 2 high-damage things like Blitzcrank and maybe Rengar even to just run around and try to pick off targets. All the blue team needs to do is stay together and pick smart fights, and this game is in their back pocket. Callista is absolutely huge with the Hurricane and the Blade of the Rune King compared just to Caitlyn's Infinity Edge. So, the AD carry is almost a non-factor if you're the red side. The blue side can just walk right through it. They're applying good split pressure with this Scion. Skarner's just zoning out the Gragas, making it so where he can't even come in to fight this. This tower's almost gone for sure. Meanwhile, great pressure being held out by the mid lane of the blue side. Yeah, that top tower goes down. Blue side can't afford to just continue to push right on in here. Bot tower is the only inner turret left in the game before they start pushing inhibitor turrets. And it looks like that's going to be the focus as Callista's headed down there. They do have a bit of a wave to push, and that will buy the red team some time to clear out these waves. Mid and top doesn't really have a wave pushing in. It is pushing, but it's not going to be a tower threat just yet. So they are going to be able to clear that wave mid and then run bottom to defend this turret. But I don't know that they can hold up in a siege. If blue side can get a pick with a Morgana binding, or a good Scion ultimate to engage, who, by the way, is busy attacking Gragas at the moment, maybe pushing him out, red side might not even be able to hold up under tower. There's that Morgana binding I was talking about. Callista getting a lot of damage down. Skarner's going to pull him right out, and that's going to be the kill for Callista. They know Rengar's in the area, but it's now a 4-on-4 at the very worst for them. I think they're going to be A-okay. Scion's coming along from the backside. He's getting some damage in. There's going to be a good knock-up onto the Cho'Gath. He's going to be taken out by that Morgana. Scion will go down himself, but his passive is going to come back up to do some damage. Callista going in onto the Caitlyn. Maybe going to be able to pick up a kill here. No, it looks like she will not be able to. They're all jumping in under the tower, taking a lot of damage. Skarner's still going for this one. I think they need to back off and just focus on this tower in front of them. It's got almost no health, and that will push their wave back in to allow them to play a little bit more aggressively under that tower, but they may have taken too much damage. It may be time for them to back off and try to go back by and just keep that wave solidified, because the worst thing for the blue team to do right now would be to overextend and give away 5 free kills, especially with this Baron up. And it's an easy thing to do in solo queue. It's easy to just let that slip by. Red side's not playing very coordinatedly though, and they are, in a sense, all over the place, which the blue team has been definitely punishing as they've been together more often in these, I don't even want to say pick squads, and they're not team fights either, but these skirmishes where the blue side has almost always got the red team outnumbered and very effectively jumping on and killing those champions. So, great play. Got to commend the blue side for that. Looks like Baron's going to be the next big objective here. Blitzcrank wants to get ward coverage down, but I don't think he can. He knows he's getting bullied out. Scion stopping to laugh a little bit. Some bad manners coming out from this. This may be an engagement. No, Blitzcrank's not going to... Air hook. Not going to be able to pick anything up off of this one. Blue side is winning these vision fights everywhere they go. They're just leaving so much vision in their wake. They have them at the gates of the red team. They have them in the bot side jungle around the dragon. They have them around the Baron. They have so many wards, and it's not like red team isn't warding. It's just that they're all getting taken out so quickly. There's only one sweeper on that blue side, and that's in the hands of the Janna. Oh, we'll get back to that as Gragas may be killed here instantaneously. He's getting very burst down. He's going to be knocked back in. That's going to be a kill. Ep's on a rampage now. Great knock-up from the Janna. Double kill coming out for Ep's. Triple kill. No, I'm sorry, that will go over to Scion. There's the triple kill onto the Cho'Gath. Maybe a quadra kill here. No, she might go down to the turret. And that's going to be the Cho'Gath dying at the hands of Morgana. Clean ace coming out for that blue side. This is almost certainly the game. Yes, the surrender vote does come out. 24 minutes and 44 seconds on this game. 20-8 red team losing to the hands of the blue team with over an 11k gold lead. Well, not quite. It's about 10k, but still. Massive gold lead coming out for that red side. Very good pickups from them. And it showed in their last couple team fights. They were absolutely dominant. The game was trading evenly up until a point, but this blue side just did such a good job of snowballing every little advantage they had and picking up kills onto the red side. Red team didn't even lose a single inhibitor throughout, and they were getting starved out all over the map. That's how good the vision control of the blue side was, and how well they were picking their fights and staying together as a team. You gotta give it up to these guys for their teamwork. Well, that does it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. As I said before, my name is Kyle, Corvus Kovacs Crow. I hope you enjoyed my shoutcasting. If you'd like any more information, feel free to reach out to me over email, which is in the description of this video, or leave a comment, and I'd be happy to respond to it. Thanks for watching.